lanes, finding that mid-game cure. But welcome to the Gorge. This is game 1 of the best of 7, our first upper bracket semifinals, featuring Nova Esports from the MKL 2nd seed, taking on Alpha Gaming, also from the MKL 3rd seed.
Thank you so much, Saki. As we go into the first match, of course, this is going to be game 1. Everything is about tempo, Manjin, on this one. Is this Nova lineup able to withstand the early onslaught of APG?
Of course, they kind of are expecting the Liang and Princess Frost combination. Look at the Waypit's roaming capability. They're spotting out where APG would start, and they would know how APG would respond to this, as APG will now help Yulong to get that early advantage on the pay jungle, to have your power spike early, right? You want to get that hybrid damage ongoing.
And Chano, especially with those wolves, Lamucci came out a little bit worse for wear on that one, so it wasn't really great for him. But let's talk a little bit about this draft here. We know that CY loves his Augur, and that's definitely his tried and true.
Yep.
But are these picks, like, which side is a little bit more expensive?
I kind of feel that APG has the riskier side, because the huge ultimates coming out from them. You really want to exploit that long stun that you have for the side of APG. But again, in the early stages of the game, both of these teams are quite tempo-based and quite disciplined and composed in the early stages. So no casualties whatsoever in the first few stages of the game. They will just farm out. I'm so interested in the jungle matchup here, who has the upper hand. But right now, we're kind of neck and neck.
Yeah, and I think Yulong, it's more about the early game for him.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about a paid lineup, I mean, APG, this is kind of how you want to draft it. If you're like, don't even know what your opponents are going to pick, this is the kind of direction that you want to go.
Yeah, because they know that Nova is quite aggressive, and they kind of want to fight right after the early stages of the game. So they want to use the ultimate of the Liang and use PF as a counter initiation, you know, not just an initiating tool, but maybe just to answer the size Ogran, because there's a huge respect on this Ogran. And also you can actually pick off Shuhan on this Ambrosia.
Yeah, if he's able to do that. I mean, it's not going to be the easiest, especially since he has a second life, but it might be a little bit of a sustaining one. But Saber, now level 4, the potential for gank has now opened the door.
Oh, yeah, I kind of want to see this in the earlier stages of the game, as we are now heading into the 3-minute mark, as both of the teams will just secure another Azure Golem on their own. Again, Saber has is in the driver's seat to actually initiate this fight.
Yeah, he's just kind of waiting for somebody, because they know that you know, they're going to generally get to the Tyrant at some point. But here's the control, they have it, and now with that winner is here. But do they have enough damage? And it looks like they do, and Waypit's going to be down. But here's the Conductor of Souls looking to find on Saber. He gets the return kill, the revenge one, if you will, and they get a secondary one with Shisan going down as well.
Oh, that was Nova winning that first skirmish of the game. Like what we've said, Saber getting the first hold right there. But Nova, Mr. Sai, he is definitely ready for that counter go. You just, what's the problem here for the side of APG is that for Team Nova, you have Yishin and you have Shuwan. Both of these heroes have extra life. Like, for example, Yishin having that passive, and of course Ambrosia having that passive. So you really want to don't waste your stunts here for the side of APG.
Yeah, and that's why APG, on the other hand, need to ensure that when they do stun, they lock it down, flash away by JD, something to take note of as the 4-minute turn's about to happen.
So if you are APG, you definitely want to get those early anti-heal items, early penetration items for sure. We call it the Cobra Commando here in the Philippines, like the Venomous Staff for sure for Shishan. And again, they will just go back and discipline themselves. Mushi now having the Doomsday. Anytime soon, he can join the team fight and get it going.
Yeah, that Venomous Staff is definitely going to be huge, especially with CY and Waypit with that sustain. But now Nova Esports, the winner is here, has been dropped. Look at his zone, but Shisan's going to be back, and Yulong is already taking the Tyrant. APG, you blink, and that damage taking out the neutral.
Yulong also has the Axe of Torment already for himself, as Yulong keeping everything composed here as this pay, getting of course the first Tyrant, as Team Mushi will just Nova will just reset it out and push this bottom side.
Yeah, and actually, when you see Muji playing, it looks like they have the control right under the tower as well. He's not getting away. No chance for Waypit.
Getting devoured by all of those dogs here. JD popping, of course, the leader stance. And there's your combo. That's a free kill for the side of APG. Nova gets nothing.
Yeah, get nothing at this point. I mean, they were going to be behind, but look at this net worth. I mean, yeah, they're giving up some kills in this, but this is the thing, is that they're able to find farm.
Yeah, as CY now alive once again, going back to his to the mid lane. But look at JD now having the time of his life. Almost, of course, with the next secondary item there, Mr. Howler.
Yeah, I mean, he's tied with Muchi, though. So you can't count out Muchi on the early. He will always find his farm. But they've lost that bottom T1, so that's a little bit more space that Nova need to kind of deal with in that bottom lane.
And the great thing about the APG is that JD0, like you have a channel, you can definitely, after your first item, you can now go with your teammate and contribute in terms of damage.
Yeah, and that's kind of what you want to do, especially when you have an early game lineup. You have a lead, at least you have the power spike. Net worth says a different story, but if somebody is out there, they're going to get a catch on you.
Here we go. Team Nova just waiting for the right opportunity to strike once again as the APG. Maybe waiting for another item here for JD to get it going. As Yulong now having, again, another Azure Golem. This is the mission right now for APG. They need to defend this tower in the mid lane. Yeah. It's now at half health.
Yeah, I mean, APG for me, actually they need to be more aggressive. If you see an Ogren and an Arlie on the enemy team, you're like, you don't really want to go late game.
Yeah, and I think the only difference maker for this game is going to be Muchi. But wait, is there going to be an invade here coming in from Saber? Again, going back to my point, the Ambrosia is going to be
they flash forward, they try to find him. They have the nice little knock-up on Shisan. The board has been set, Nobody's been caught. Waypoint's a little bit low. They find JD. That's the pickoff that Nova was looking for, but now CY with that Conductor of Souls gets the Seer State onto Siang. 3 members down from APG, and they're on the run.
Great ultimate coming out from Wendy, and Shuan still being aggressive here in the top lane.
Yeah, Shuan flashing away. Saber's going to be back with his teammates, and Nova, you turn that team fight. You got the 3-for-1 trade. Now you're taking the mid T2.
We talked about it earlier. Shuan being the difference maker of this game on this Ambrosia. Now
they find Yulong. He was not going to get out of that one. And Nova Esports says thank you so much for the free food.
Free B for the side of Nova. Free loot as Nova taking a lot of resources for APG. 3K gold already for the side of Nova, and you don't want to give this early advantage for this team because they actually game.
Yeah, and now it looks like Yulong, I mean, he does have a slight lead over CY. He has to just invade the enemy jungle because there's no space on his side of the map.
It's Team Nova slowly but surely not really coming in to this game, not really being disciplined right now, as a Team Nova will just back off and wait for this Overlord, and there you go. They're gonna do the push.
Yeah, they're just gonna take this Overlord for free, Nova. And it kind of goes back to this draft. For me, this Saber Liang pick, it's like, yeah, you got the nice little pick off, but how can you get onto anybody? You have Shuan with that second life. CY is just so tanky in and of itself. APG right now really struggling to find any sort of footing in this game.
Because if those are your heroes, you really want to be online maybe at the first 2 minutes of this game, right? Like, maybe hope for the best to get pickoffs after pickoffs after pickoffs. But unfortunately, Nova's lineup is just too tanky, I should say, for the burst that they want.
Yeah, they're very well prepared. I mean, they know that, hey, you have an early game spike, but we weathered that storm. Now we have the lead. What are you going to do?
That's why I'm kind of like suggesting a burst hero for their mid laner. Maybe a Gunmo, like what I said.
Yeah.
There's the reason why they banned out the Xiaoqiao. I was actually kind of like going for maybe an Angela pick in the ranked games, kind of combo up the Angela with the Liang, you know? But then again, you kind of need more firepower if you are APG.
Yeah, and I think if APG's tuning in, Coach Manjin is ready to join the squad at a moment's notice and can definitely help out, right?
Of course, they lack the firepower right now. It's really hard to kill the Yixing. They want to pick off, probably get one misplaced hero coming up from the side of Nova, but it's gonna be hard for sure. Xiang right now is gonna be the second, maybe the pseudo tank for this team.
Yeah, it's so like it's gonna be tough in terms of how this initiation happens. Maybe Saber finds somebody, but you have to catch somebody out. And now Nova, they just breeze right in. The flash away by Shisan. He will be fine. They're not able to get any sort of catch. Wendy looking for that box, actually locks him in. They have him stuck in the board, but the winner is here in terms of the zone. The Final Frenzy's doing a little bit of work as well. Shisan has already been killed. CY on the back line, chasing it down. 2 members down from APG. CY continuing. No, he's gonna look to back off at this point.
Great flash. Ultimate coming out from Wendy, initiating that team fight as Wendy, the idol of the Filipino players.
Yeah, they're eyeing it down. The mid T3 just going down. No answers. Muji just scaring them away. And APG now scared. They're hiding under this crystal.
10 minutes into the game. You don't want to give Nova this early lead. Now clearing up all of the minions as APG will successfully defend. But how long?
Yeah, for how long?
Yeah, for how
I mean,
long?
they've lost that mid T3. They've taken this one, and they find Saber. They get the pick with that final frenzy. Xuan in the front line is doing some serious work, but he finally gets picked off, and now CY turning it around with that serious take, gets the execution. 4 members down. JD running for his life. That's a
There you
team
go.
ace, and Nova Esports will take game number 1.
It's Nova. 13-4, 11 minutes. Wendy having like 2 to 3 initiating plays.